Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Faisi. I welcome you in my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about some basic concepts of chemistry. So, in these chapters, I will discuss importance of chemistry. You know, chemistry has a direct impact on our life and has wide range of applications in different fields. These are like that. First, in agriculture and food, it has provided chemical fertilizers such as urea, calcium phosphate, sodium nitrate, ammonium phosphate. It has helped to protect the crop from the insects and harmful bacteria by the use of certain effective insecticides, fungicides, and pesticides. The use of preservative has helped to preserve food products like jam, butter, squashes for longer period of time. The second application is in health and sanitation. It has provided mankind with a large number of life-saving drugs. Today, dysentery and pneumonia are curable due to discovery of sulfur drugs and penicillin life-saving drugs. Cisplatin and Taxol have been found to be very effective for cancer therapy, and azithromycin is used for its victims. Disinfectants such as phenol are used to kill the microorganisms present in drains, toilets, floor, and a low concentration of chlorine, that is 0.2 to 0.4 parts per million, is used for sterilization of water to make it fit to drinking purposes. Next important applications of chemistry: saving the environment. The rapid industrializations all over the world has resulted in lot of pollution. Poisonous gases and chemicals are being constantly released in the atmosphere. They are polluting environment at an alarming rate. Scientists are working day and night to develop substitutes which may cause lower pollutions. For example, CNG, compressed natural gas, a substitute of petrol, is very effective in checking pollutions caused by automobiles. Now, application in industry. Chemistry has played an important role in developing many industries. Industrial manufacture fertilizers, alkalis, acids, salt, dyes, polymers, drugs, soap, detergent, metal alloys, and other inorganic and organic chemicals, including new materials, contribute in a big way to the national economy. Now, friends, what is the matter? Anything which has mass and occupied space is called matter. For example, book, pencil, water, air are composed of matter, as we know that they have mass and they occupy space. What is the classification of matter? There are two ways of classifications or classifying the matter: physical classification and chemical classification. Physical classifications, matter can exist in three physical states: solids, liquids, and gases. The particles are held very close to each other in an orderly fashion, and there is not much freedom of movement. Characteristic of solid: a solid have definite volume and definite shape. And in liquids, the particles are close to each other but can move around Characteristics of liquids. Liquids have definite volume but not definite shape. In gases, the particles are far apart as compared to those present in solid or liquid states. Their movement is easy and fast. What is the characteristic of gases? Gases have neither definite volume nor definite shape. They completely occupy the container in which they are placed. Now, chemical classification. Based upon the compositions, matter can be divided into two main types: pure substance, mixtures. What is the pure substance? A pure substance may be defined as a single substance which cannot be separated by simple physical methods. Pure substance can be further classified as elements and compounds. What is elements? An element consists of only one type of particles. These particles may be atoms or molecules. For example, sodium, copper, silver, hydrogen, oxygen are some examples of elements. They all contain atom of one type. However, atoms of different elements are different in nature. Some elements such as sodium or copper contain single atoms held together as their constituent particles, whereas in some other two or more atoms combine to give molecules of the element. Thus, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen gases consist of molecules in which two atoms combine to give the respective molecules of the elements. What is compound? It may be defined as pure substance containing two or more elements combined together in a fixed proportion by weight and can be decomposed into these elements by suitable chemical methods. Moreover, the properties of compound are altogether different from the constituent elements. The compounds have been classified into two types. These are inorganic compounds. These are compounds which are obtained from non-living sources such as rock and minerals. A few examples are common salt, marble, gypsum, washing soda. And organic compounds are compounds which are present in plants and animals. All the organic compounds have been found to contain carbon as their essential constituent. For example, carbohydrates, proteins, ions, fats. What is the mixture? The combination of two or more elements or compounds which are not chemically combined together and may also be present in any proportion is called mixture. A few examples of mixture are milk, seawater, petrol, lime water, paint, glass, cement, wood. Types of mixtures. Mixture are of two types. Homogeneous mixture. A mixture is said to be homogeneous if it has uniform composition throughout and there are no visible boundaries of separations between the constituents. For example, a mixture of sugar solution in water has the same sugar-water composition throughout and portions have the same sweetness. Heterogeneous mixture. A mixture is said to be heterogeneous if it does not have uniform compositors throughout and has visible boundaries of separation between the various constituents. The different constituents of heterogeneous mixture can be seen even with naked eye. For example, when iron filling and sulfur powder are mixed together, the mixture formed is heterogeneous and it has grayish yellow appears and two constituent iron and sulfur can be easily identified with the naked eye. So, what is the difference between compound and mixture? In a compound, two or more elements are combined chemically. In compound, the elements are present in fixed ratio by mass. This ratio cannot change. Compounds are always homogeneous. They have the same composition throughout. In a compound, constituent cannot be separated by physical methods. In a compound, the constituents lose their identity. Compound does not show the characteristic of the constituent elements. And what is the mixture? In a mixture or two elements, compounds are simply mixed and not combined chemically. In a mixture, the constituents are not present in a fixed ratio. It can vary. Mixture may be either homogeneous or heterogeneous in nature. Constituents of mixture can be separated by physical methods. In a mixture, the constituents do not lose their identity A mixture shows the characteristic of all constituents. We have discussed the physical and chemical classification of matter. Now, this is the follow sheet represent of same. You see matter classified, physical classification, chemical classification. Physical classification, solid, liquid, gases. Chemical classification, pure substance and mixture. Mixture is the homogeneous and heterogeneous, and pure substance, elements and compound. Compound is inorganic or organic, elements, metal, non-metal, and semi-metals. So friends, what is the properties of matter and their measurements? Physical properties, those properties which can be measured or observed without changing the identity, the compositions of the substance. Some example of physical properties are color, odor, melting point, boiling point. Chemical properties, it required the chemical change to occur. The examples of chemical properties are characteristic reaction of different substances. These include acidity, basicity, combustibility. The unit of measurements. Fundamental unit, the quantities, mass, length, and time are called fundamental quantities, and their units are known as fundamental units. There are 7 basic units of the measurement for quantities: length, mass, time, temperature, amount of substance, electric current, and luminous intensity. SI system, this system of measurement is the most common system employed throughout the world. It has given a unit of all 7 basic quantities listed here. You see length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamics, temperature, amounts of substance, and luminous intensity. And this is the SI unit: meter, kilogram, second, ampere, Kelvin, mole, condense. And this is the symbol. It is also very important. Now, definition of basic SI unit. Meter, it is the length of the path traveled by light in vacuum during the time interval of this amount of a second. Kilogram, it is the unit of mass. It is equal to the mass of the international prototype of the kilogram. Second, it is the durations of this period of radiation, which correspond to the transitions between the two hyper fine level of the ground states of the cesium. Kelvin is the unit of thermodynamics temperature and is equal to this of the thermodynamics temperature of the triple bond of the water. Ampere, the ampere is the constant current which is maintained in two state parallel conductor of infinite length of negligible circular cross sections and placed 1 meter apart in vacuum would produce between these conductors a force equal to Newton per meter of length. Candela, it may be defined as the luminous intensity in a given direction from source which emits monochromatic radiation of frequency that has a radiant intensity in that direction. And mole, it is the amount of substance which contains as many elementary entities as there are atoms, 0.012 kilograms of carbon-12, and its symbol is mole, MOL. So the measurements, mass and weight. Mass of substance is the amount of matter present in it, and mass of a substance is constant. The mass of a substance can be determined accurately in the laboratory by using an analytical balance. SI unit of mass is kilogram. Weight, it is the force exerted by gravity on an subject. Object, weight of substance may vary from one place to another due to change in gravity. Volume, what is volume? Volume means the space occupied by matter. It has the unit of cubic length. In SI unit, volume is expressed in cubic meter. However, a popular unit of measurement volume, particularly in liquids, is liter, but it is not in SI unit or SI unit. Mathematically, 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter and 1000 cubic centimeter and 1000 millimeter. Volume of liquid can be measured by different devices like burette, pipette, cylinder, measuring flask. All of them have been calibrated. So friends,